in Cincinnati. Let's start the press conference with that.
With Tyler, he's been excellent since returning from the IL. How much of a boost has he provided, not only to the rotation, but just to the team and that dependability that you talked about?
Today he was fantastic, and we got him into the 7th inning. Gosh, he was really good. Command, delivery, rhythm, all that stuff, and to give us 7 innings was huge. And we found a way to win a baseball game somehow, and feels good to win the series, and just to kind of stabilize the rotation was fantastic.
With I know we talked about just kind of with Kirby and a few things missing there. What did you see just from his outing and the walks, and as he is also someone who wants to get back on track?
Yeah, he just right now where his split is at, it's been non-competitive and just no command of it, and so that's kind of where he's at. So we got to keep running him out there, kind of working on some things with the delivery, if that's what it is. I'm sure there's a little bit of confidence that's bled in, or lack thereof, and hopefully this off day gives him a chance to reset. But he's got a very good track record, and I've got to continue to show confidence in him.
Just you guys are scuffling and you battle back to win this one, and then go on your longest road trip of the second half. Is it fair to suggest maybe that this could be sort of the turn of a corner?
I hope so. I think that how we got here today, showing the fight, the willing ourselves to get Freddie at bat, to Freddie to take probably his best swing he has in a month, and to win a game like that, I'd like to think that that's some momentum building. I mean, Tommy had a big situational at bat right there, so getting Tyler back healthy and throwing the baseball the way he has, and so I expect Emmett on Friday to come back and keep that momentum going and bounce back from his last one. But and then that's where it starts. You get Emmett, and you get Clayton, and then you get whoever's going on Sunday to kind of keep that thing going.
Coach, number 27 kind of looked like Mario Wills out there. How important is it to have some speed on the Dodgers at this time when the hitting hasn't been as good?
It's great. It just allows for us to create innings and create a little bit of stress. And he's a guy that can steal a base when everyone knows he's going to steal a base. And I love having that bullet when you need it. And any tight ball game where you can, essentially it's a double is huge. And so I like that dynamic. I'm obviously biased towards that too.
There are obviously the home runs that Shohei's been hitting lately, but how big is his presence in the 9th inning? Just to force them to make a decision, and then all of it starts to come over.
Yeah, I mean, it was the right decision. He's got 5 in a row now, so 5 homers in a row, games in a row, which is pretty impressive. Continues to use the whole field, the big part of the field, and hit breaking balls, hit fastballs, and so that's been really good. And I mean, Shohei comes up with a chance to win the game, so you got to take your chances with their closer and against Asturi. And fortunately, Asturi put together a good at bat to get Freddie up there.
So no surprise for the intentional?
No, I wasn't surprised. It was the right decision. Just didn't work out.
Do you like what you've been seeing just from how you we saw it a bit last year, but how you switched the top of the order, kind of how Mookie's at bat and stuff has been coming together?
I think that he's still not right, mechanically, clearly. I do know it hasn't affected Shohei, so that's a good thing. And I do think that, getting Mookie on base sets the stage. And so, I still like the mindset of being a table setter and finding a way to get on base any way you can to get that on base up. And then the hits will start coming and all that stuff, the slug. But I think it looks right. I like it. And, even having Teo in the 3 today, he, found some hits, which was great for him. And then, but, in general, to have Will Smith in the 3, Freddie in the 4, adds a little bit of length to our lineup.
Freddie said he's still kind of tinkering, even though he thought he had found a fix a couple days ago. But is this about as good a swing you've seen from him in a while? And can you kind of build on that?
I think so. His work has been consistent. Looks like more like him. I do think that swing that he took today, that last one was a really good swing, and he's not chasing as much as he was the last 4 weeks, so that's a good thing. That means he's seeing the baseball better. So work in progress, but I think we're turning a corner right now with this swing.
So he hit the home run the 5 game in a row, and he tied with the team record. And the 8th game is a big league record. So do you think that he breaks the record, the big league?
Well, I don't know that answer. I do know that if he has the same approach that he's had the last week, that green monster is very short. So any fly ball that he hits will be a homer. So he just got to continue to have that same approach when we go to Boston, and then we'll see what happens.
Last year we saw him as he started to kind of, when he was starting to chase 50-50 and things like that. Are you seeing that from him this year as well? Just maybe a new goal that he wants to achieve, especially offensively, while he is building up?
I'm sure where he's at right now, hitting 50 homers is probably on his radar, but I really do believe that he's trying to just help us win games. He's trying to, like I said a few days ago, he's just trying to will us to win. And he's doing whatever he can to help us win. And the fallout is certainly production, but I think 50 homers is kind of, it's on his radar.
You have a lot of these late wins, how much does that speak to the lineup depth, and then you give these guys 4 or 5 at-bats in a game, they're probably not.
I think it just more speaks to we're just not going down without a fight. There's just fight, and Mookie's not swinging well, but to just find a way to put the ball in play. I think Andy's doing a much better job of taking walks, controlling the strike zone, and even Teo. I think that where he's at, he's just scratching and clawing, trying to move the ball forward. Will's been doing it all year, so I think that Tommy is still not right with the swing, but to get a breaking ball up in the zone to drive and run was huge. So I think that it's just more of we're just trying to we're fighting, and I like that.
Maybe Mookie getting back to Boston this weekend will give him a little bit of a spark, go back home.
Yeah, there's so we'll see. We'll see. I know there's some things going on personally for him, so I got to talk to him, and we'll see if he's going to be there for the Friday game. There might be some things going on that he might not be around that he's got to deal with personally, but everything is okay with him. But so we'll see.
Dave, I would imagine there's nobody better that you want in a 2-strike late situation than Freeman. Is there something that he does in the batter spots that puts the advantage back in his hands in those situations?
I think that him and Will are 2 of the best we have, and I think that they just stay in the strike zone. And Jack's made 2 really good pitches to get 0-2, and he just doesn't chase, and he can put the ball in play. They can get a hit, and so that's what you're talking about, driving in runs. Situation gets stressful. You got to be able to control the zone, and that's what Will and Freddie do a really good job of.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks, guys.